Number 77. MAHÄSUPINA-JÄTAKA. Bulls first, and trees. This story was told by the master while at Jetavana about 16 wonderful dreams. For in the last watch of one night, so tradition says, the King of Kosala, who had been asleep all the night, dreamed 16 great dreams, and woke up in great fright and alarm as to what they might portend for him. So strong was the fear of death upon him that he could not stir, but lay there huddled up on his bed. Now, when the night grew light, his brahmins and chaplains came to him and with due obeisance asked whether his majesty had slept well. "How could I sleep well, my directors?" answered the king. "For just at daybreak I dreamed 16 wonderful dreams, and I have been in terror ever since. Tell me, my directors, what it all means. We shall be able to judge, on hearing them." Then the king told them his dreams, and asked what those visions would entail upon him. The Brahmins fell a wringing their hands. "Why wring your hands, Brahmins?" asked the king. "Because, sire, these are evil dreams." "What will come of them?" said the king. "One of 3 calamities harm to your kingdom, to your life, or to your riches. Is there a remedy, or is there not? Undoubtedly these dreams in themselves are so threatening as to be without remedy, but none the less we will find a remedy for them. Otherwise, what boots our much study and learning? What then do you propose to do to avert the evil? Wherever 4 roads meet, we would offer sacrifice, sire." "My directors," cried the king in his terror, "my life is in your hands, make haste and work. My safety. Large sums of money, and large supplies of food of every kind will be ours," thought the exultant Brahmins, and, bidding the king have no fear, they departed from the palace. Outside the town they dug a sacrificial pit and collected a host of 4-foot creatures, perfect and without blemish, and a multitude of birds. But still they discovered something lacking, and back they kept coming to the king to ask for this, that and the other. Now their doings were watched by Queen Malika, who came to the king and asked what made these Brahmins keep coming to him. "I envy you," said the king, "a snake in your ear, and you not to know of it. What does your majesty mean?" "I have dreamed, oh such unlucky dreams. The Brahmins tell me they point to one of 3 calamities, and they are anxious to offer sacrifices to avert the evil. And this is what brings them here so often. But has your majesty consulted the chief Brahmin both of this world and of the world of Devas?" "Who, pray, may he be, my dear?" asked the king. "Know you not that chiefest personage of all the world, the all-knowing and pure, the spotless Master Brahmin? Surely, he, the Blessed One, will understand your dreams. Go, ask him." "And so I will, my queen," said the king. And away he went to the monastery, saluted the master, and sat down. "What, pray, brings your majesty here so early in the morning?" asked the master in his sweet tones. "Sir," said the king, "just before daybreak I dreamed 16 wonderful dreams, which so terrified me that I told them to the Brahmins. They told me that my dreams boded evil, and that to avert the threatened calamity they must offer sacrifice wherever 4 roads met. And so they are busy with their preparations, and many living creatures have the fear of death before their eyes. But I pray you, who are the chiefest personage in the world of men and devas, you into whose ken comes all possible knowledge of things past and present and to be — I pray you tell me what will come of my dreams, O Blessed One. True it is, sire, that there is none other save me, who can tell what your dreams signify or what will come of them. I will tell you. Only first of all relate to me your dreams as they appeared to you." "I will, sir," said the king, and at once began this list, following the order of the dream's appearance: bulls first, and trees, and cows, and calves. Horse, dish, she-jackal, water pot, a pond, raw rice and sandalwood, and gourds that sank, and stones that swam one, with frogs that gobbled up black snakes, a crow with gay-plumed retinue, and wolves in panic fear of goats. How was it, sir, that I had the following one of my dreams? Methought, 4 black bulls, like collyrium in hue, came from the 4 cardinal directions to the royal courtyard with avowed intent to fight, and people flocked together to see the bull fight, till a great crowd had gathered. But the bulls only made a show of fighting, roared and bellowed, and finally went off without fighting at all. This was my first dream. What will come of it? Sire, that dream shall have no issue in your days or in mine. But hereafter, when kings shall be niggardly and unrighteous, and when folk shall be unrighteous, in days when the world is perverted, when good is waning and evil waxing apace, in those days of the world's backsliding there shall fall no rain from the heavens, the feet of the storm shall be lamed, the crops shall wither, and famine shall be on the land. Then shall the clouds gather as if for rain from the 4 quarters of the heavens, there shall be haste first to carry indoors the rice and crops that the women have spread in the sun to dry, for fear the harvest should get wet, and then with spade and basket in hand the men shall go forth to bank up the dikes. As though in sign of coming rain, the thunder shall bellow, the lightning shall flash from the clouds, but even as the bulls in your dream, that fought not, so the clouds shall flee away without raining. This is what shall come of this dream. But no harm shall come therefrom to you, for it was with regard to the future that you dreamed this dream. What the Brahmins told you, was said only to get themselves a livelihood. And when the master had thus told the fulfillment of this dream, he said, "Tell me your second dream, sire." "Sir," said the king, "my second dream was after this manner. Methought little tiny trees and shrubs burst through the soil, and when they had grown scarce a span or 2 high, they flowered and bore fruit. This was my second dream. What shall come of it?" "Sire," said the master, "this dream shall have its fulfillment in days when the world has fallen into decay and when men are short-lived. In times to come the passions shall be strong, quite young girls shall go to live with men, and it shall be with them after the manner of women, they shall conceive and bear children. The flowers typify their issues, and the fruit their offspring. But you, sire, have nothing to fear therefrom. Tell me your third dream, O great king." "Methought, sir, I saw cows sucking the milk of calves which they had borne that self-same day. This was my third dream. What shall come of it?" "This dream too shall have its fulfillment only in days to come, when respect shall cease to be paid to age. For in the future men, shewing no reverence for parents or parents-in-law, shall themselves administer the family estate, and, if such be their good pleasure, shall bestow food and clothing on the old folks, but shall withhold their gifts, if it be not their pleasure to give. Then shall the old folks, destitute and dependent, exist by favor of their own children, like big cows suckled by calves a day old. But you have nothing to fear therefrom. Tell me your fourth dream." "Methought, sir, I saw men unyoking a team of draft oxen, sturdy and strong, and setting young steers to draw the load, and the steers, proving unequal to the task laid on them, refused and stood stock still, so that wains moved not on their way. This was my fourth dream. What shall come of it?" Here again the dream shall not have its fulfillment until the future, in the days of unrighteous kings. For in days to come, unrighteous and niggardly kings shall shew no honor to wise lords skilled in precedent, fertile in expedient, and able to get through business, nor shall appoint to the courts of law and justice aged counselors of wisdom and of learning in the law. Nay, they shall honor the very young and foolish, and appoint such to preside in the courts. And these latter, ignorant alike of statecraft and of practical knowledge, shall not be able to bear the burthen of their honors or to govern, but because of their incompetence shall throw off the yoke of office. Whereon the aged and wise lords, albeit right able to cope with all difficulties, shall keep in mind how they were passed over, and shall decline to aid, saying, "It is no business of ours, we are outsiders, let the boys of the inner circle see to it. Hence they shall stand aloof, and ruin shall assail those kings on every hand. It shall be even as when the yoke was laid on the young steers, who were not strong enough for the burthen, and not upon the team of sturdy and strong draft oxen, who alone were able to do the work. Howbeit, you have nothing to fear therefrom. Tell me your fifth dream. Methought,